Channel. So today I'm going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me, and it is going to be kind of like a natural, summery, glow, but yet effective makeup look. I'm going to be covering up all of the breakouts that I have on my chin right now. If you're not familiar with my videos, then you wouldn't know this, but I have been using different gel, and I've been breaking out quite a lot the past couple of weeks. So this is the makeup routine that I have been doing to achieve a full coverage look, yet natural at the same time, so it doesn't look cakey or anything like that. So yeah, if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm going to start off with my Pond's moisturizer, and I talked about this in my recent different gel update video. I'm going to add a couple drops of tea tree oil. Now really quick, I just want to tell you guys a couple of the benefits of using tea tree oil. It acts like a benzoyl peroxide acne treatment, which that is the acne treatment in products like Proactive and other acne treatments like that. But it is all natural, and it is really just going to cleanse the area where your breakouts are happening and go in and treat the breakouts. Really quick, I just want to mention that if you have sensitive skin like I do, I would definitely recommend using this with moisturizer as opposed to using it as a spot treatment, because it could irritate your skin. I just added 1 to 2 drops in this little clump of moisturizer. I'm gonna apply this all over, especially on the areas that I'm breaking out really bad. I mentioned that I was gonna film a video based on just tea tree oil treatments and things that you can use tea tree oil for, but I think I'm just gonna talk about it in this video since I'm talking about it already. But you can actually use it as kind of like a Vicks Vapor Rub. I already mentioned that in my previous video, but yeah, you can just add like 5 to 10 drops in some boiling water and then stick your head over it, put a towel over it, and let the steam just kind of go up and breathe that in, and it'll help get rid of like a congested nose, stuffy nose, and all of that. Another thing that tea tree oil is good for is, really good for is a dandruff shampoo. Add some drops into your regular shampoo and it will act like Head and Shoulders. Get rid of all your dry, flaky skin. And gross, but while we're on topic, I heard that it also gets rid of lice. I'm not sure, I'm not sure what you like mix it in with or anything, but lice do not like the smell of the tea tree oil, so I guess it also acts as kind of like a repellent toward lice. And I also came across the fact that tea tree oil can be used as like household cleaners. If you don't want to use all of the harsh chemicals in your home and breathe in all of those toxins, then it can be used as a natural cleaner. Do not ingest tea tree oil though. You are not supposed to eat it or drink it or anything like that. Yeah, I just thought I would throw that out there. I'm pretty sure you guys already knew that. Another thing that it is good for is getting rid of like toe fungi. Yeah. Another thing that it is good for is getting rid of toe fungi, which once again, gross, but I guess if you put a little bit on your fungus on your toes, then it ends up getting rid of it. It also gets rid of ringworm, I guess. I will leave a link to the website that I found all of these uses for tea tree oil down below. But I thought it was really interesting. I didn't really know of all of these uses. Okay, now that I'm done moisturizing my face, I'm going to add some of my Panda Eye Stick underneath my eyes just to help me look refreshed. And this isn't really going to be like a full-on get ready with me because I have not been wearing that much makeup lately. I just haven't been wanting to go out with all of these breakouts on my chin. So this is basically just going to be a get ready with me, showing you my tips on how to cover up these breakouts. And I'm not even going to be putting on foundation because, I mean, I feel like it's been looking really cakey because these patches on my skin are so dry. I find that concealer has been covering it just by itself without the need, I guess I should say, of foundation. Now I'm just going to add some of my BH Studio Pro Foundation Primer just on areas like my chin and the T-zone, just to help get rid of any like shiny, oily looking spots. I'm going to be very generous on my chin. Alright, moving on, I'm going to take my Stila Correct and Perfect palette. I have a whole video on this palette, and I will leave a link to that down below. But anyway, I'm just going to be taking the green shade right here and applying that on any of my breakouts. This will neutralize red, rosacea, acne, broken capillaries, and sunburn. As you can see, I have a lot of redness on my chin, so I'm definitely going to apply a decent amount on all of the breakouts. I'm just going to be taking this Ulta eyeshadow brush. I know I don't really have a specific brush that I use for this palette, but this one has been working great. It's just a flat eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to take a decent amount of the green cream and I'm going to apply it all over my red spots. This has been my everyday makeup look for the past couple of weeks while being broken out. Alright, now that I am done applying the green cream, I'm just going to take a damp beauty blender and begin patting it into my skin. I just want it to blend very well, and I obviously don't want my chin to be green even through the concealer. So I'm just going to make sure that I have a nice starting place for my concealer. And then I'll just take a little bit more onto the brush and add a little bit more of the green cream on any troublesome spots. And now I'm going to take my Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay and apply that all over my chin and any other trouble spots that I want to cover up, any dark spots. I especially like to focus on the areas where I am breaking out the worst. So I'll do my chin, the bridge of my nose, underneath my eyes, and my forehead. Then I'm just going to go in with that damp beauty blender again and pat the concealer in. I'm going to try to blend it down my neck as well. Since this isn't foundation, I want to make sure that it is very, very blended in. This is just going to be like a very simple, everyday, glowy makeup look to cover up breakouts. That's a long name for a title, but yeah, it's just like a very simple and easy summer look. This is what I've been wearing. I feel like it looks very natural, even though it isn't like a completely natural face. Then I'll just add some more concealer on any of the trouble spots, like this breakout right here on my chin. The good thing about this concealer, any of the Naked Skin products actually, is that they layer very well. So it doesn't end up looking cakey the more layers of concealer that you add. I mean, obviously it will eventually get cakey, but you can add 2 or 3 layers of the concealer, and for me at least, it does not cake on, which is a huge plus. Now I'm just going to go in with my Urban Decay Loose Finishing Powder, and I'm going to take that same eyeshadow brush that I used to apply the green cream, and I'm going to take a fair amount of the powder onto the brush and begin patting it onto my trouble spots. So I'm basically just going to be baking the breakouts as opposed to my whole face. Now I'm just going to take a regular powder brush and apply some more powder onto the rest of the areas that I applied the concealer. And also on like my eyelids to make sure that they're not oily. And I'm just going to leave my chin alone for now. Let that continue baking. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of my Hoola bronzer and this angled brush, and I'm going to begin carving out my cheekbones and just lightly contouring. I want it to be a very natural glow. I don't want it to be like an actual contour, if that makes any sense. Just want it to look nice and sun-kissed. Also taking a little bit of that down my neck. Then I'm just going to take my beauty blender again and begin lightly blending out the bronzer. I'm not even going to be contouring my nose for this, just because I find it looks a lot more natural when I don't do that. Next, I'm just going to take this BH Cosmetics Floral Blush. This is in the shade Caribbean Coral, and it is so cute. I'm absolutely in love with it. And I'm going to take this little blush brush and apply a little tiny bit onto my cheeks. I don't want it to be too obvious that I'm wearing blush. I just want it to give me a nice little pinky glow. I find that the colors in this blush go really well with the bronzer as well. Now I'm just going to go right in with that powder brush that I used earlier, and I'm going to brush off the excess powder on my chin. I know that you can still kind of see some redness on my chin, but this is actually a raised scab, so it's really hard to cover it because it is a raised part of my skin, so at least it's not as noticeable as it was before the makeup. Now I'm just going to take some of my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray and apply a little bit all over my face. And I didn't apply too much because I will be going back in and applying it again when I'm all done with this look, but this is just a nice way to keep all of the powder and concealer and everything in place. Now for the fun part. This is actually my favorite part of doing my makeup, and I don't even know why, but it is my brows. I'm just going to brush them through. And I'm going to go in with my BH Studio Pro eyeshadow? No, this is not. A BH Studio Pro Ultimate Brow Palette. And I'm going to take this nice medium brown shade and lightly fill in my brows. I know they don't need to really necessarily be filled in, but I find that the inner corners and the top of the arch are a little bit thinner than the middle of my brows. So those are the areas that I like to focus on. I like to keep my brows pretty much natural because I do have naturally thicker brows. So I don't like to tamper with them too much. There, quick and easy. Now I'm just going to take my Benefit Highbrow pencil and apply a little bit on my brow bone, which I will be going back in and actually highlighting my brow bone, but now I'm not going to actually be applying eyeshadow because I do want this to be a natural look, but I am going to take some of my eyeshadow primer. This is just my Urban Decay original eyeshadow primer because my lids get really oily and this helps stop that. I'm just going to take that same white pencil that I used earlier and apply it on the inner corners of my eyes and on my bottom waterline. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes and then apply a little bit of my Better Than Sex mascara. Now I'm just going to be taking some of my liquid Becca highlighter and applying that on my brow bone, the bridge of my nose, and my brow bone. Like I have always said in many of my previous videos, I love highlighter, and I feel like this highlighter just gives you a nice natural glow. And I don't know, it just feels very summery to me and makes me feel like I look refreshed. Now I'm just going to be taking the shade Oasis in my Naked Illuminated Trio palette and applying a little bit more of highlighter in those same spots. This isn't a super pigmented highlighter, so I like to use it with a liquid highlighter underneath. Alright, we are almost done. I'm just going to take some of my lip scrub that I made. I made a whole video on this lip scrub, so I will leave a link to that in the description below. A little shameless plug right there. But I'm going to apply a little bit of that on my lips. Then I'm just going to apply a little bit of chapstick. Make sure my lips are nice and moisturized. And then last but not least, I'm just going to apply a little bit of this Victoria's Secret lip gloss. Just a tiny, tiny bit, just to give my lips a nice little gloss effect. And then to finish all that off, make sure everything stays in place, I'm going to apply a little bit more of this Photo Focus setting spray. Now I'm done with this natural yet effective makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I could maybe help you out by giving you a couple of tips and tricks on how to cover up breakups and how to use tea tree oil with your skincare routine. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to check out all of my other videos on my channel. Subscribe if you enjoy this video. And if you want to see more videos that will be coming out in the near future. I really look forward to reading all your guys' comments and checking out all of your videos as well. Anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Alright, bye guys.